Breaking news. We got a trade to talk about because the New York Jets just made a trade. Oh, baby. Hit the thumbs up button, folks, because we're going to be talking about this trade right here on Jets Media. We are live talking about the breaking New York Jets news, the first perhaps of many trades to come. The New York Jets decided to trade away a player that I definitely saw coming. If you guys have been watching the content here on the channel, I kept saying that what I'm hearing is this is the most likely player to get traded away, and it is now official. It is now official. So let's get straight into it. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's break down the trade. But I'm not going to lie, I'm a little shocked by this trade because I did not expect to get something in return like this. I didn't expect to get something in return like this. The Jets get a player. Usually when you trade away a guy, it's just for draft picks. But the Jets get a football player back, and it's at a receiver that we desperately need. All right. So the New York Jets are sending corner Michael Carter II and a 2027 7th-round pick to the Eagles in exchange for a wide receiver John Metchie III and a 2027 6th-round pick. So essentially, the Jets are moving up from the 7th to the 6th round in the 2027 draft, and they're getting back a wide receiver that is a former 2nd-round pick out of Alabama in his 3rd season in the NFL, trying to find his footing in this league. I love this trade because you look at what the Jets were trying to do at the trade deadline. Michael Carter was a goner. Now, I got all the respect in the world for MC2. He was drafted here in the mid-rounds out of Duke, and he was a fantastic slot corner under Robert Saleh. He deserved that contract extension he got last year. But let's be honest, ever since he got that contract extension, he never lived up to it. Last year, he was injured all throughout the season. This year, he goes out with a concussion, and the Jets felt like they needed to make an upgrade at corner at that slot position. And what the Jets did is they traded for Jarvis Brownlee Jr. They have his replacement. That's the big thing here. The Jets had his replacement ready to go. That trade that the Jets made for Jarvis Brownlee Jr. is so much bigger than I think people realize. He has been fantastic for this football team. Jarvis Brownlee Jr. is the reason why the Jets made this trade. It started with that. And now the Jets are getting a wide receiver in return who is still trying to find his footing. You look at this Jets team, the issue is easily playmakers. We need wide receivers. You know, I give Tyler Johnson credit for stepping up, but hey, there's not a lot of receivers on this team that we are excited about as Jets fans. Not at all, none. Besides Garrett Wilson, of course, not mentioning him. So I think the Jets going after a wide receiver is extremely smart, not just going after a draft pick. Okay, because we want players to help this football team right now. And John Metchie III is a young piece that I think the Jets could absolutely utilize this season. So let me know your thoughts right now, folks. We have some breaking news. Breaking news. Now, the thing about John Metchie is this. He's done nothing in the NFL yet. He has not done anything. He was drafted by Houston. They move on from him. And I'd rather take a guy that is young, a 2nd-round pick that hasn't really been able to find his confidence than just shipping him off for nothing and just getting nothing out of it, right? I think that a guy like John Metchie is someone you're willing to roll the dice on. Absolutely. Absolutely. So you guys let me know your thoughts of this trade. The Jets also free up some cap. Okay? This is big. And he also, if you guys forgot, he went through and is going through a serious health concern. The Texans wide receiver, when they drafted him, he was going through leukemia. And that was a big part of his story. And the fact that he's still with us and still here, I mean, big shout out to John Metchie. If you guys were not aware of that, I mean, here's an article from our previous Jets reporter, now is a Texans reporter, DJ Bieniemy. He used to come on the channel. This was written back in 2023. The Texans wide receiver relied on faith during his cancer fight. So the fact that he is still playing ball, this is a great story. He's healthy, facing cancer. So shout out to John Metchie. Hopefully the Jets can get him here, and let's do it. Let's do it, man. So the thing about this trade as well, Michael Carter II is a very good football player, and he's probably going to become a stud over there in the Eagles. He's going to be. All right? He's going to be a stud over there in Philadelphia, but we got our own stud in Brownlee, which is why I'm not concerned. Brandon with the $2. Let's be real. This trade sucks. Explain why this sucks. Exactly. Newsflash, everybody. Michael Carter was going to get cut in the offseason. If you have not been keeping up with the Jets this year, maybe you're not aware of that, but the Jets were easily getting rid of Michael Carter in the offseason because they could save cash by doing so. He was replaced. I don't know if you guys remember, but I'll say it again. He was replaced by this guy, Jarvis Brownlee. So what's wrong with the Jets shipping away a player that they were going to get rid of and bringing in a player that is young trying to find his footing in the league? The Jets literally do not have a wide receiver on this roster to be excited about. Now, I'm not saying Metchie is this wide receiver that we should all be jumping for joy about. I'm not saying that at all. But the Jets get Michael Carter II's contract off the books. AZ with a super chat. Let's go, Richie. Carter stunk. It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I loved MC2 as a Jet. I really did. I really did like MC2. But the reality is the Jets replaced him with a better football player who's younger and has a cheap contract under the books. This is like no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And if we're being honest here, Metchie is most likely not going to do much with this football team. I mean, I'm not expecting him to come out here and become a legit number 2 or number 3 receiver. You know what I mean? There's a reason why he was moved on from with Houston. There's a reason why Philadelphia is moving on from him, right? But we've seen these players in the NFL get opportunities and take the most out of it. So I think that what this Jets team is doing right now, this was the guy that was most likely going to get traded. So I have no issues with it. I have no issues with it. You guys, please sound off in the comments and let me know your thoughts about the trade. Are you happy about it? Are you not happy about it? Let me make a poll in the chat. Let's make a poll in the chat to see who likes this trade and who doesn't like this trade. Are you a fan of this trade for the Jets? Because listen, the Jets are 1-7, and this is not one of those trades that is going to change much. We traded a backup player, and I hope you guys realize that. We traded a backup player. He got demoted, Michael Carter. So why not get something out of him? Metchie is a young wide receiver that's trying to find his footing in this league, man. So, like, I'm not saying the Jets won the trade or anything like that. That's not my point. The thing about this is the Jets were able to get him out of the building. It's a salary dump that the Jets want to get off their books. It's that simple. It's that simple. And why not take a flyer on a young guy? Why not? Why not? Remember, the Jets just released Brandon Smith as well. So there's an open roster spot for him. Metchie was a very good player in Alabama. He was. He wasn't able to find his footing in the league. Carter never plays anymore. Bye-bye. Exactly. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. I think John Metchie III will be the second option. I mean, that'll be great, but we'll see. I mean, the element of John Metchie that he's going to bring to this team is the speed, twitchiness. But the question is, what will that translate to the system? How long will it take? Like, dude, look at this Jets receiver room. You got to look at the receiver room and open up your mind to this trade a little bit more, folks. People are saying, is this a new kick returner? I mean, listen, I'm not going to lie. I love what we're seeing out of Isaiah Williams right now. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Isaiah Williams. He's just won AFC Player of the Week. You never know. Maybe he could be the guy to start returning some kicks. Arian Smith has been not getting targeted. I don't know why, but he just simply hasn't. So I think that this is a very interesting trade. This is the first trade of the deadline. And let's not forget, look at the trades that Darren Muji has made up until this point. Right? Look at the trade. Look at the players that the Jets have traded for. Jawan Briggs, defensive tackle, who's been pretty productive. Harrison Phillips, a productive defensive tackle. Jarvis Brownlee Jr., he has been an absolute joy. And the reason why I'm bringing up Jarvis Brownlee again is he literally replaced our guy. Jarvis Brownlee has replaced Michael Carter. It's that simple. So, and we also moved up in the draft. Now, it's not like we moved up exponentially, but we moved up. We got better draft capital. So, I mean, this isn't one of those trades that I'm looking at it and I'm just like, wow, dude, the Jets got a steal. It totally makes sense from the Eagles side of things. They're trying to load up their secondary. Joe Douglas is back with the Eagles. Joe Douglas is the man that traded. Joe Douglas is the man that got Joe Douglas is the man that drafted Michael Carter II, and he's the man that paid him. So it makes sense, right? It makes sense that the Eagles makes sense that the Eagles are trading for him. I guarantee you, Joe Douglas went up to Howie. He's like, yo, Michael Carter's a stud. He's just injury prone, but if he's healthy, I promise you he's going to be a productive player in this defense. So, I mean, I think this is a low-risk trade. And if you're a Jets fan and you don't like this trade, please elaborate on why. Like this Brandon guy, please. Why does this trade suck? Explain to me. I think the Eagles are getting a really good football player. And the Jets just traded away a good football player. But I think his best years are behind him. He's injury prone. And Michael Carter just simply does not feel like he's a guy that fits what Aaron Glenn is trying to do here. It's that simple. If you asked me yesterday, Richie, who do you think the most likely player to get traded is? I would have said Michael Carter II. I mean, this is not shocking news to me. This is not shocking. The Jets traded away a backup for a potential player that can play right away. The Jets don't have wide receivers. And he's overpaid. Exactly. I mean, MC2 got a big contract extension. He got, we're trading for in terms of finances, the Jets just freed up a lot of money on their books. And the Eagles are eating it. Right? Looked on Instagram, this guy seems like a mid player that doesn't really play. I mean, if you're talking about John Metchie, that is exactly who he is. John Metchie is a player that has not done anything productive in the NFL up until this point. I like Richie. I like MC2 a lot, but no Brees, no Quinnen. Let's see what Metchie can do. You never know. This is good because Jarvis Brownlee is a stud. Exactly. He got a big contract of a great year and hasn't been the same since his injury. Exactly. Exactly. As an Eagles fan, I hate this trade. He's the worst player in the league. You talk about Michael Carter II is the worst player in the league? What? I don't know what you mean by that. Jarvis Brownlee is our future slot corner. Yeah, he is. He's our current slot corner, and he's the future slot corner of this football team. And I think that the Jets making this trade shows you that they're trying to upgrade this roster. And I really don't think that the Jets are done. I could see the Jets going after some players. And I know that may shock people. Be like, what do you mean? Why would the Jets trade for players? They should be sellers, not buyers. Now, they're not going to be buying elite players. They're going to be buying middle-of-the-road, Jarvis Brownlee type players. I really think so. I really think they're going to be looking at guys that are looking for a change of scenery, for mid-round picks that fit the culture, because Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji, they're building this team their way. They're formulating a brand new culture, a brand new mindset, and they want to bring in their type of guys. And the Brownlee trade is a perfect example of that. And look at the trade, man. Look at that trade. So I could see Darren Muji looking around the NFL, finding a player that nobody sees coming. And at the time we trade for him, probably like, that makes no sense. But then we go out there, watch him play ball. You're like, oh, okay. So, hey, when you're a new regime and you're inheriting a roster that's basically not yours, you have to use every opportunity you have to get your type of players in the building. And the Jets did that. They've made, this is Muji's fourth trade. Fourth, I think. Fourth trade. And we'll see what this does. We shall see what this does. I mean, this is a swing that I think is not super terrible, man. Michael Carter posts on X. It's going to make me emotional, man, because I loved MC2, man. He was a great Jet. He was a great Jet, man. Let's see what he had to say. Remember, he was benched, too. That's not easy to stomach. Here's what Michael Carter just said. New York, I'm forever grateful. You changed my life. So much love to all my dogs in the building. Greatness on the way. Much respect to MC2, man. I'll be rooting for him over there in Philadelphia. He deserves it. He's a great human being. He's a great... it's just sad, bro. That's a solid guy right there. That's a pure definition of a Robert Saleh player that's just not going to sit and play with this team. Ryan with a $20 super chat. Thank you for the $20, brother. I appreciate it. This is a backup for a backup trade at the end of the day, and anyone who's complaining about this have not been watching. MC2 has regressed, and the Jets clear cap space. Eagles bet on the upside, and Jets get a project wide receiver. Bingo! Ryan, couldn't have said it better myself, man. You hit it right in the nail. You're basically making a trade for two backup players, and everybody does not see that. Like, you got to wake up. I don't know. If you're crying over this, then you're just miserable and just love to be miserable, because the writing was on the wall with MC2. The writing was on the wall. MC2 got his job stolen. and I bet you MC2 wants to go somewhere where he's going to be utilized. He doesn't want to sit on the bench. Like, Michael Carter is getting paid, I'm pretty sure, as the second or third highest paid nickel in the league. So he got his job replaced, and the Jets freed up cap space. That's big. And they're taking a bet on a wide receiver that was a baller in college and still have not really done much. Like, I don't understand. What did you guys expect to get from MC2? I'd rather go after a player like this in John Metchie than just get like a draft pick, like a 5th-round pick or something, because that's the value. So I like it, man. And John, I appreciate the super chat. I mean, Ryan, excuse me. Appreciate the super chat, my man. Really do appreciate that. Hit that like button on the super chat, folks. Great way to support the channel. We got almost 500 people watching. Let's see what the poll says. Vote in the poll. Are you a fan of this trade for the Jets? 82% says yes. Folks, if you're just tuning into the show for the first time, there's breaking Jets news that just came out a few moments ago. Breaking Jets news that just came out a few moments ago. If you're just tuning in for the first time, the news was the Jets have traded away Michael Carter II to the Eagles for John Metchie, and some draft compensation is also involved. We shall see. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Let's go. What's up, Richie? Metchie would have been a first-round pick before his injury. If that ACL is good, this is an excellent trade. We shall see. I like it. Oh, dear God, second highest paid for a CB whose team hasn't made the playoffs in his tenure. Yeah, the regime that gave him that contract is no longer here. I don't know what your point is, Anthony, but nice try. I mean, I don't know what what your point is there. The Jets gave him a large contract. Joe Douglas gave him that contract. Robert Saleh. They get fired. He's regressed in a new system. He gets traded. I mean, it's pretty simple stuff. This is not rocket science. Am I the only one that does not feel like this is rocket science? This is pretty straightforward. A guy gets paid the big bucks. The person that paid him the big bucks and developed him gets fired. There's a new regime that comes in. He's not a scheme fit. He's not utilized. He's regressed as a football player. He's getting paid a lot of money to be a backup. You trade him. The Jets save money, and they get a piece to their receiver room that they need. I mean, let's be honest, man. Anthony was just pointing out another Joe Douglas blunder. And the funny thing about it, too, Anthony, and everybody else watching, Joe Douglas is with the Eagles. Joe Douglas is with the Eagles. So you best believe that he has some say in this trade. You best believe that. James with a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. If Metchie hits, we have a wide receiver too. If he doesn't, he falls off the books in 2026. Good value play. And if he's okay, he'll be a wide receiver 3-4 role with Tyler Johnson. Exactly. I mean, what's the risk? What's the risk here? Not a lot. Not much risk involved with this at all. So the worst case scenario, John Metchie is just not a good football player, and they get rid of him in the offseason. It is what it is. The Jets were going to move on from Michael Carter regardless. Metchie 60-yard touchdown versus the Browns. I'm down, bro. I'm down. When I first saw this news, somebody sent it to me. And I was like, oh, we traded Michael Carter. What draft picks did we get? When I saw we got a wide receiver, I was like, oh, hey, I remember Metchie in that draft. I remember. MCD happy that he can now compete for a Super Bowl. Hey, he had a nice message to Jets Nation on his way out. Much love to MC2. Best of luck over there. I want to tweet something back to him because he deserves the love from Jets Nation. Let's tweet back at him. Wishing you just sending a nice little message. You will be missed. And he will be missed. Because his energy, I loved. I like good people. MC2 is a good person, man. James with a super chat. Could this be coding prepping for a Allen Lazard trade? I don't know, dude. I don't see a team. Like, who the heck wants to trade for Allen Lazard besides Pittsburgh? I mean, that dude is useless. Completely useless, man. So I could see the Jets trading him for nothing, but who wants him? Who wants him? Right? Who would want that? I don't know. Interesting stuff, folks. Very interesting stuff. Because I wonder, is this the only trade? Definitely not. The Jets are going to be active, man. The Jets lucked out that they have the bye week right now because they don't have to worry about a game. They can just worry about the bye. They can worry about the trade deadline. I think that's a smart thing. The Jets got their bye week right before the trade deadline. It's kind of a cheat code. I kind of like it. They don't have to focus on an opponent coming up. They can worry about the Browns in 2 weeks and just look at this roster, look around the NFL, make some calls, take some calls. We'll see. I feel like there's going to be a trade that no one sees coming, that we're going to trade for a player next. Whether that's tomorrow or after this weekend. And I wonder if the Jets are going to be aggressive to do it before Sunday. Could happen this week. It can happen again tonight. It can happen tomorrow. We're seeing a lot of teams out there being active on the trade market. Doctor says, I'm confused. MC2 was productive. Metchie has 4 catches all year. Is there something I'm missing? You are missing something, Doctor, and I'll break it down for you, my friend. MC2 was replaced. MC2 was demoted, right? So if you missed it, the Jets traded for Jarvis Brownlee Jr. And Jarvis Brownlee Jr. is a guy that has replaced Michael Carter II as the starting slot corner. Michael Carter got injured, concussion. Brownlee got his chance to start in the nickel, and Brownlee played excellent football. Every single time Brownlee has been starting at that spot, he's looked way better than MC2, way more productive, a better football player. And also, Michael Carter II is getting paid a lot of money. So I don't think it's smart to keep somebody on your bench that's getting paid a tons of money. So that's the reason why the Jets made this trade. Oh, I did miss that. Thank you. You're welcome, Doctor. That's what I'm here for. Appreciate you asking, my friend. I appreciate you asking. And if anybody does have any questions and confused about the trade, I would love to help out and just give you guys the update of exactly why the Jets are making this trade. I don't see the Jets making a trade for guys like Jermaine Johnson. I don't see the Jets trading away guys like Breece Hall. We heard a report about Quinnen Williams. I think we should talk about that. There is an interesting report out there on Quinnen that I think we got to talk about. So let's hear the latest report about Quinnen Williams from Jordan Schultz.
The New York Jets finally won a game, but that will not stop the calls from coming in inquiring about some of their very valuable players. Now, there are a number of teams who badly want and need interior defensive line help, and a name that's garnered a ton of interest, all-pro defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. Now, the Jets don't want to trade him, but they are willing to listen, considering there's so much interest in interior defensive line and so many young, aggressive GMs around the league. The idea of a team blowing away the Jets with an offer is at least feasible and one to watch. The New York Jets finally won.
You heard from Jordan Schultz. What do you guys think about that? No. What do you guys think about it? I don't think he's getting traded. I don't think so. What do you guys think? When you look at the Jets, you look at Quinnen, you look at Quincy, you look at Breece, it seems like there's people out there that's going to make the calls, but they got to be blown away by an offer. They got to be blown away by an offer in order to actually take it. So that's how I'm looking at it. I don't really see the Jets trading away Quinnen. I simply don't. Now, there was a report that came out earlier today that I did break down a whole video on. So if you guys want to go check out that video, I'll leave the link in the chat right now. But there was a report that came out that is around Breece Hall. So if you guys want to go check out that report, I'll put the link in the chat. It was from ESPN. And it was basically, I broke it down into detail in this video on YouTube. It's a huge update. And I think I gave it away in the thumbnail because, as you can see, I put a picture of Breece being hugged by his head coach, Aaron Glenn. I don't think he's going to get traded. I don't, based off the report. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. But crazier things have happened. Right? That's how I look at it. So I don't know what the rest of the season is going to look like, but I feel like what the New York Jets are trying to do is bring in their type of guys. Now, John Metchie, he's an interesting player because he has not been a productive wide receiver in this league yet. Again, I don't know if you guys know this about him, but he was diagnosed with cancer early on in his career, remember? And that definitely had an impact on his early goings in his NFL career. And he was able to bounce back. I mean, that's not something, that's some serious stuff. Serious stuff. So you look at John Metchie's numbers. He only has 4 catches on this season. You look at his numbers in Houston. in 16 games in his rookie season. He had 16 catches on 30 targets for 158 yards. He had 24 receptions, 254 yards, and a touchdown in his sophomore year. Right? He's a 6 foot, 195-pound wide receiver that's really known for his speed more than anything in terms of his ability in college. Second round pick that a lot of people at the time felt like he was a first round pick, but he blew out his knee in college, I believe. In your opinion, if we end up with the number 1 overall pick next year, what would you do? Best player, trade back and draft the quarterback, trade back and don't draft the quarterback. It's so hard to tell right now, Boba Jet, and I appreciate the super chat. I feel like there's a lot of things that need to be ironed out before I can really give you my, like, what I say right now could completely change in 2 weeks. But if the Jets get the number 1 overall pick, that means they have their opportunities to either get a haul or draft the best quarterback available. And I mean, I would just draft the best quarterback available. But if there's a quarterback that is available in the trade market that's a veteran, I would also consider that, because I would not be shocked if the Jets trade for a veteran and don't go the rookie route. But, of course, you got guys like Fernando Mendoza. You got Simpson. You got Moore. You got these quarterbacks that are rising up. But I'm not going to give my official stance on this yet. Appreciate the super chat, my friend. Appreciate the super chat. You want to go defense? Ruben Bain Jr.? Then you got to trade away. I don't know. We'll see. There's a long way to go for the draft. A long way to go before the draft, bro. Long way to go. So, where do you guys want the Jets to go at that point? Ty Simpson, quarterback 1. Fields plays amazing. Keep Fields. Get more draft cap. I'm a big fan of Ty Simpson, slowly and surely. My only thing about him I don't like is only 1 year is going to be in his experience as a quarterback. Couldn't have MC2 played free safety the rest of the year since Cisco is done. We didn't need money in the offseason. We'll have over $90 million. Yeah, I mean, he played safety in college, but yeah, that's a big ask to just transition MC2 over to free safety. You know, I mean, this is definitely an interesting question, but I feel like the Jets want to offload that money, give him an opportunity to play his position. Trade Sauce. Why would we do that, Ruben? That would be not smart. Co on Facebook. I do not like this trade at all. Shaking my head. Dumb move for a receiver we know nothing about. So we got interesting opinions across all platforms. Alden with a super chat of 99 cents. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Co wants to move on from Lazard. Don't we all, my friend? Don't we all? Keith says, Richie, I wanted to give you a shout out. Thank you for what you do, bro. Well, Keith, I appreciate that. That means a lot, man. I really do. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without you guys tuning in and watching and showing support. I appreciate you, bro. I really, really do. I really, really do. We need to play this season to win games. I don't care where we pick. Picks aren't guaranteed. We need wins to build morale. For sure. The Jets got to go out there and win some football games. We got a first taste of victory. Let's go out there and win some games. No doubt about it. At least one of our Malachis are working out. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for Malachi Moore. Imagine Malachi Moore got that interception to win the game. Right? Glenn has never let a winning streak come to an end thus far. I'm not thinking about the draft. We still have meaningful football left. There we go, Doc. I like it. I want to go on a run. And you look at the wide receiver room now, man. Like, John Metchie is a wide receiver that has simply not been anything in this league. You look at the Eagles depth chart. They got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Who else? What's his name? It's escaping me. Another former high pick. Dotson. Yes. Jahan Dotson is a guy that was on that wide receiver room as well. And does that say Xavier Gibson? He's on the Eagles now? I forgot. So he simply just didn't really have any opportunities. And the Jets are going to give him that opportunity. The Jets are going to give him that opportunity. So that's how I look at it. Alden, again, another 99 cents. Thank you, bro. You don't have any comment with it, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We should have traded for Jahan Dotson. Well, he obviously has way more value. Jahan Dotson has 8 catches for 151 yards and a touchdown. Like, obviously, Dotson's a better wide receiver, so you got a point there. Yeah, but not the case. Sauce been kind of sus. Yeah, I don't know, man. The thing about Sauce Gardner, in my opinion, is when he's not at the top of the league of being elite, number one corner in the NFL, people all of a sudden think he stinks. That's where I feel like the Sauce hate is way too much. Overhated. Sauce dominated when he came in the league. And now when he's not the number one corner in the NFL, everyone thinks he just stinks. Like, he has not been a bad corner. And if you think he's been bad this year, you're simply blinded by hate because he's not been bad. He literally has been locking down his side of the field. The ball does not get thrown his way. Has he been perfect this year? No, no one's saying that. But he has been having a good year. His down years are some corners' best years in the NFL. So I don't understand where all the Sauce Gardner hate is coming from, but it's got to stop. I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't know why, but that's how I look at it. He hasn't been elite. He hasn't been, and I still think that he's still young, man. 25 years old. Like, I'd rather have a guy with that size and that athleticism to build around rather than just shipping him off. And then our secondary, like, you want Azarie Thomas to be the guy instead? I don't understand. Then you trade away Sauce, and now the Jets have a huge hole in the secondary. Huge. That's a guy you want to build around, not just ship away. 4th overall pick, bro. Nothing like Revis Island. Well, if people are expecting Sauce to be Revis, then you are setting yourself up for disappointment. Because no one said he's that. All right? Sauce is trash. Please save it. Well, this is just dead wrong. Dead wrong. If you think Sauce Gardner is trash, you either don't know ball or you're a hater, because it's simply not true. Like I'm saying, he went from being all-pro first team to now just being a good corner, and now all of a sudden he's trash? I mean, it makes no sense. I mean, if you're expecting him to be the next Darrelle Revis, that's on you. That's on you. But the guy has not given up a reception, like what, 1 catch in like 3 weeks or something like that? All right, we're on Twitter watch. Breece Hall sent out this. What does this mean? What does Breece mean by this? Breece Hall, what do you mean? Now you're getting me a little... So Breece is on X right now, just posted this 2 minutes ago, of a gif of a man eating, what are those, almonds? What does this mean? What do you mean by that? Where's that gif? What do you mean by that? What does Breece mean? See, this is where we're at now. And now we have to go on social media. He's watching. Come on. Don't you dare go anywhere. He's watching. He's seeing the Jets trade away MC2. Does he think he's next? I don't know, dude. Oh, gosh. Don't trade away Brees. Just don't do it, bro. Just don't do it. Just don't. Oh, boy. It's weird stuff when you have your favorite players all of a sudden about to get traded away. You know, I loved MC2, bro. I really did. I thought he was a great player, but he regressed, bro. It's that simple. He regressed. You feel me? Big fan. Now we got speed. Williams, Wilson, and Metchie. And don't forget Arian Smith, even though he's still not being utilized. Let's start utilizing Arian Smith here, coaches. He's getting open. Arian Smith is getting open, man. And there's a stat thing that is trending. Look at this. Look at this. This is wide receivers versus man coverage. Separation grade. Look at Arian Smith all the way up top left. That means he's getting open. That's what that means. Separation versus man coverage. But he doesn't get the ball. So he's getting open. So let's feed him. I don't know if you guys understand these types of graphics, but you see on the left, separation versus man coverage. If you're down here, you don't get a lot of separation. Keon Coleman, no separation. DK Metcalf. Jahan Dotson, everyone's favorite receiver. Does it not up there? Where's Garrett Wilson? Garrett Wilson is up here. Yeah, Garrett Wilson, see how high he is up? And he's the closer to the right, the more productive you are in terms of yards, which is why Arian Smith is all the way over here. Garrett Wilson up at the top. That's a really good spot. So let's get Arian Smith the ball. Let's get John Metchie involved. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Jets have similar personnel to the Lions. They just need stability at the quarterback position at Jared Goff. Yeah, we do. I mean, you look at, it's definitely not the same personnel. The Lions are definitely a better roster, but all it takes is a quarterback that could be on time and precise. And the thing about Justin Fields, man, like the Justin Fields experience is just beyond frustrating, bro, because he has a game like he did Sunday. I know not everybody, but some people are like, dude, like Justin Fields is the guy. Everybody gave up on him. Like, all right, relax, bro. Fields had a good game, and it's a great story. But nobody is going to believe in Fields long-term until he can do that consistently, week in and week out. I'm just keeping it real, bro. Justin's a great dude. I'm rooting for him. I hope he's a beast, bro. I want him to be a dog for the Jets. I'm rooting for him. Man. But at the end of the day, he's got to go out there and prove more. He has to go out there and do it consistently before anybody believes in him. You feel me? That's what it comes down to. So I think there's a lot of context that needs to be made about this team. But I think this trade is definitely one of those trades that a lot of people, including our own Breece Hall, is keeping his attention on. I hope this means that Breece is going nowhere. I hope this means that he's going nowhere. Let me know where you guys stand in the chat. Do you want the Jets to trade away Breece? Do you want to keep him? Let me know. Let me know, man. Because I'm really excited about the idea of keeping some of these guys, man. Like Breece Lightning is something that I bought so much stock in. And to see it finally come to fruition is refreshing. But man, I'm excited. Who does want to trade Breece? Who would want to trade Breece Hall right now? Oh, boy. Breece Hall responds to the trade. Calling him to win. Now, I don't think this means he's going to get traded now. This is just their way of saying that they're twins. I don't know. I hope this doesn't mean that he's getting traded, bro. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this means he's getting traded? Is that what you're saying? Is that what the social media analysis is? LaSalle says, I'm rooting for Fields too, but I'm a realist. I'm looking forward. I'm looking at drafting quarterback this draft. I'm looking at more from Oregon. Yeah, I mean, we definitely need more from Justin Fields before anybody believes he's the guy. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. You like Dante Moore from Oregon? He's a solid prospect. Solid prospect. Yeah, man. I wouldn't read too much into Breece saying this. This is like lingo that teammates and friends use when they're boys. So I'm not looking at it too much like that. But I think that if you're a Jets fan, stay on alert, bro. They're gonna be active. They're gonna be active. We don't want them traded, man. Here's the updated depth chart for the Jets at wide receiver. Oh, the Jets put Josh Reynolds on IR. Did I miss that? Garrett Wilson, Tyler Johnson, Lazard, Smith, Williams, and Metchie. So, what do you guys think? Does John Metchie move the needle for you guys enough? Does John Metchie be like, whoa, we got a wide receiver position now to be excited about? I don't know. All jokes aside, the Jets need help at that position, so I'll definitely take it. Garrett Wilson, hopefully he'll be back after the bye week, but we need... And what's John Metchie's contract? Isn't it a one-year deal, or do they have him next year? What's John Metchie's contract? Let's see. Because he had a rookie deal, but then he got... Did the Texans release him or trade him to the Eagles? All right, let's see. So, yeah, he's a restricted free agent. He's a restricted free agent in the offseason. All right. So, interesting. Restricted free agent. He got traded to the Eagles. So if he goes out there and balls out, I can definitely see the Jets bringing him back, bro. 25, 26 years old. And I don't know, like when I say ball out, I mean, I'm using that word pretty loosely here. He doesn't have to do much to ball out. So hopefully he can be productive. The Jets need help at wide receiver. Maybe he can be a guy that can put up some productive yards, get some clutch catches. You never know. You never know. It's sad to see a guy like MC2 go, but the reality of it is simple. The Eagles are getting a good football player, and the Jets replaced him with a better football player right now. Remember what Titans fans were saying when the Jets traded for Jarvis Brownlee? You remember? They were devastated that the Jets traded for Brownlee, and now he's been balling. So, a lot of good things. A lot of good things. I can totally see Fields going back to his old ways against the Browns defense, unfortunately. Well, very possible. It's going to be up to the Jets coaching staff to scheme up a really good opportunity for Fields to take advantage of it. It's also going to be up to Justin Fields himself, the offensive line. I mean, a big reason why Justin Fields looked so good on Sunday was the offensive line protected him. The running game was working. He was aggressive. There's a lot of things that connects here. A lot of things. A lot of things. So, we'll see. We shall see. Trade Quinnen for A.J. Brown. I don't think so. Browns are a great test for this team. Their pass rush is much better than the Bengals. Oh, yeah. I mean, Myles Garrett is generational, bro. He single-handedly got 5 sacks in a game. That's crazy. We need to believe in this coaching staff more and let them get their players in. Jets fans need to pump the brakes on the hate towards them. Hey, bro, you got to let the fans be the fans. No, it's what I'm learning. Some people have a lot of hate in their heart, and they just want to hate. They never want to give anybody a chance. Obviously, we've seen people come and go. I'm someone that likes to open up and give them their opportunity to show what they're made of. But, hey, you never know. I agree, bro. Let's go. AG played with Curtis Martin. He knows that Breece is a cornerstone. I feel that he is motivating him to perform. I hope so. I hope so, my friend. Let's go. Bro, this is a good trade. Been a fan since 1979. And I can see the process AG is taking. We just have to trust the process. Hashtag Jet for life. Absolutely, my friend. Let's do it. I love it. Is this guy even good? Metchie, you mean? Has not done much this in his NFL career yet. No. So I would not categorize him as good. This is what annoys me about Jets fans. You win one game and you're going to the bowl. Who the heck said we're going to the Super Bowl? That's just you putting words in our mouths, my friend. Please enlighten me, my friend. Who the heck is saying the Jets are going to the Super Bowl? This is what people do, man. They clown Aaron Glenn for being happy after his first win. Aaron Glenn's not allowed to be happy after winning his first game as a Jet head coach. He needs to be stoic. He needs to be... Come on, bro. Jets fans are not allowed to be happy we finally win a game. Oh, that game's your Super Bowl. Give me a break. Nonsense. It is what it is, though. Nobody in our right mind thinks the Jets are going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl next year. Ha! Didn't see that one coming. I love messing with you guys. You guys are fun. The chat's interactive. It's energy. Let's do it. Metchie can be good, but our frustration came from figuring out why he could never get past wide receiver 3. Great practice player, but his quickness did not translate to getting open in the NFL. You never know. You never know. Nah. Super Bowl right now, 10-7, baby. There we go. Fibs, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad. Breaking news, Jets are working out QBs. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? See what he's referring to. Per who? Per who? Who are the Jets working out, my friend? I don't see it. Still waiting. If the Jets are working out QBs, that means Tyrod Taylor is really hurt. That's what that tells me. All right, I found the tweets from Mike Garafolo. The Jets have worked out Desmond Ridder and Dorian Thompson-Robinson. All right, shout out to Zachary for being on this like a hawk. So what this tells me is that Tyrod Taylor's hurt. That's exactly what this tells me because his knee probably acted up and became an issue. And the Jets are now working out free agent quarterbacks because they do not trust Brady Cook to be the guy, to be the backup. So what's your guys' thoughts of this news? I got to tweet it out real quick. While I'm tweeting it out, guys, let me know your thoughts. The New York Jets worked out 2 QBs today per Mike. Sending out this tweet, and then we're going to talk about it. Dorian Thompson, man, what a story that kid had. Now, again, my biggest thing about this is this tells me that the Jets are probably finding out that the injury to Tyrod is a little bit more serious than they hoped for. That's at least my perception of it. Do you guys agree with that theory? Because that's the only thing that makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense here for me. Because Tyrod, remember, was supposed to start against the Bengals, but then we had Justin Fields become the starter because of Tyrod's injury. So I wonder if that injury is serious. So they do not look at Brady Cook as a guy that could be anything. As a backup, they do not trust him. I know every Jets fan is like, Brady Cook time. Let's throw in an undrafted free agent quarterback and just expect him to be able to do anything. Gotta love Jets fans, bro. There's nobody like Jets fans. There's nobody. Brady Cook time. Let's see what we got, Brady Cook. Come on, man. Oh, man. Brady Cook, dude. Brady Cook. What do you guys got to say about this? Desmond Ridder, former teammate, Sauce Gardner. Oh, but I hate Sauce. I want to trade it. Sorry, man. Let's do it. I think the people that want Brady Cook is the people that want the first overall pick. If you want Brady Cook to start, that means you're getting the first overall pick. Right? So, interesting stuff here. I'm excited, man. I think John Metchie has so much upside, and I think the Jets need players with upside on this roster. So that's something interesting to note here. about this news. But yeah. Guys, want to remind you folks that the proud sponsor of Jets Media all season long is Sleeper. If you guys want to get a 100% deposit match up to $100, don't forget to use my code JETS. That will give you access to all the best player prop tools you could possibly imagine on the Sleeper app. You guys know Sleeper by now. They're giving away $20 for free. That link is at the top of the chat, folks. So go check them out. Make your Sleeper picks and screenshot your picks. Send them over to me on X. DM them to me on Instagram. Send them to me on email, wherever. Curious to see what you guys got cooked up for Thursday Night Football. You can also bet on World Series. NBA basketball is here. Let's go Knicks. So shout out to Sleeper Picks for being the proud sponsor of Jets Media all throughout the season, folks. Much love to them. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on around the NFL, and today's trade goes to show you that the Jets are going to be active. The Jets are going to be active on the trade block. So I'm out of here, folks. I'm about to be live on the AFC East Roundtable. I know that the Jets don't have a game tonight, but Jets fans, if you don't know, the AFC East Roundtable would definitely appreciate and welcome you guys all here. So go to the AFC East Roundtable. That's where I will be at 6 p.m. We'll be previewing week number 9. As you can see in the thumbnail, the Jets will be on the couch. But if you guys want to come over, support the crew, I'll be live here at 6 p.m. EST, talking all things AFC East. I'm out of here, folks. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Love you.